As a giver, do you know when is the best time to start preventing burnout? You might think that burnout happens for some people or only in extreme situations, but actually, burnout is very common. And the best time to start preventing is actually now. Because when we are feeling great, this is when we are a danger to slide into some habits that can lead to burnout. And as givers, we have the reflex to help others. So when we are feeling great, we tend to then start extending ourselves in ways and starting giving more and more. And we might get excited and volunteer everywhere, take different courses, or get more work for us. And then in a few weeks or months or years, we start running on empty. And by then, it's much more difficult to go back on course. So it really starts with our daily habits. And what if there's some small steps that we can take today to stay really motivated and energized and keep on giving without getting burnout? And I am a witness to that. Here's my story. Now, when I was 30, I was full of energy and I thought I was resilient. And I was doing so many things. I was working, taking care of family, studying, volunteering. And because my life felt in balance, I had no problems. And I didn't think of preventing burnout, nor did I thought too much about my self-care. I just kept going. And besides exercising here and there and getting my sleep and try to eat healthy, although I wasn't, but trying, I did not think much about burnout. And I was thinking, it cannot happen to me. I'm just fine. And looking back, I noticed I neglected one of my most important areas. I was not taking care of my emotions. I was not checking in to see if I'm aligned with my emotions, how my feelings are. Am I aligned with my dreams and hopes? I would say even I wasn't aligned with my true self fully. And when burnout happened a few years later, it actually did not come with bells and whistles. So it was a very slow process. And I lost gradually interest in what I was doing. I had a subtle lack of motivation. And at some point, I started feeling running behind my schedule. I started having a difficult time relaxing and sometimes inner blocks to a sense of peace. I experienced confusion about life. I actually changed my profession several times. And interestingly, I did not link the dots back then that I needed to think about self-care more broadly just than taking care of my body or just taking a break and relaxing. So when second burning out happened, then finally, as I was coming out and I did my inner work, then finally things and the dots connected for me. So from my decades of experience, I've noticed that many times burnout happens because of either misalignment with our true self, who we are at our values, at our deeper sense of purpose and meaning, at a soul level, true self level, or we are ignoring our bodies, or we're ignoring our mind, or we're ignoring emotions like I did. And all of us, each of us are different and none of us is perfect. We're all going to be misaligned in some areas. And it's important to know that this kind of misalignment will have repercussions months and months and years from now. So it's good to pause. So here are my 3 steps to stay in balance and take some steps today to stay daily on a regeneration path and prevent the slippery slope of moving towards burnout like I did. Number 1, just a quick check, mind, body, heart, an emotional level, and a soul level can go a long way. So we can ask questions such as, for example, for the heart, how is my heart doing? How are my emotions? Now, for my mind, how is my mind doing? Is my mind overthinking? Is my mind tired? Can I pause? Can I play? How about my body? How is my body doing? Am I needing water? Am I needing food? Am I needing rest? What am I needing? Am I needing connections? And also check the deeper level of our true self and our spirit and our soul. How am I doing? Am I aligned with my values? Am I aligned with my purpose, with what's greater than me, what energizes me? And with that in mind, we could say, okay, I'm checking daily. That's great, but 16 hours of awake time is a long time. Actually, like we can't imagine going a full day without eating or drinking water. I mean, obviously, sometimes people fast and we go away with that, but on a regular, sustainable level. So it is the same way with our mind and our heart and our spirit. So, step number 2 that we can take today is to actually lean into a rhythm of daily regenerating when we pause, we check with our body, mind, heart, and soul, and we refuel, we renew. And it can be done easily, a few minutes in the morning, a few minutes midday, a few minutes in the afternoon or after work, and a few minutes in the evening. It doesn't have to be this extensive process. And step number 3, I encourage us to review our values and priorities and whatever we're aligned with our higher self on a regular basis. It could be monthly, but it could be even weekly. Whenever we have a break, are we aligned? One of the most interesting concepts in psychology is called cognitive dissonance. When our mind and our emotions are misaligned, something happens. We are uncomfortable and we lose energy and we are not necessarily acting at our best. So checking to see if we're aligned with our values, with our priorities, are we doing in life what we're really meant to? It's very helpful. And it's easier actually to do it on a regular basis than wait to do it, just before holidays or the beginning of the year in January, because if we need to do a change in our course, it's so easy to do that when the changes are smaller. So if we do it incrementally on a regular basis, it's so much easier. So I'm going to leave you with this, the 3 small steps to take today when we are doing well in order to renew and prevent burnout are: 1, checking again daily with our mind, body, heart, and soul. Number 2, leaning into a rhythm of daily regeneration and checking 4 times a day, morning, midday, afternoon, and evening. Again, doesn't have to be a big process, but something that keeps us connected and refueled. And number 3, reviewing our values and priorities and our alignment with our higher self on a regular basis. So great to be here with you and have fun regenerating and taking steps towards renewal.